horrified when I see young people putting wireless earbuds in their ears because I don't think those are tested, correct me if I'm wrong, to make sure they're not destroying the blood-brain barrier.
Everything you say is completely right. Indeed, yes. And I have the same thoughts and reflections as you have every time I see young or old people and children as well, with earbuds like this or with other gadgets that they voluntarily, and they love them, of course. They want to use them, but they expose themselves to something that a lot of levels of society have turned their back on for decades ago,
Yeah.
If you mention about it, not only when they listen to you, they'll go out and buy more. And if you keep bringing it up to them, they'll get pissed and want to fight you. I've actually had it happen. They can't take it. Because again, it's like this is digital heroin. So you got people addicted to digital heroin, which is what this is. Now you say, hey, listen, you've been using this now for 20 years now. For some people, 5 years and 10 years for some of the younger generation. Now you're addicted to alcohol and all these drugs and cocaine. Now I'm going to take all the drugs away from you now. There's no difference between digital heroin, which what this is, than cocaine and ecstasy, whatever else people want to be doing. It's all the same thing. It affects the dopamine. You're shrinking your hippocampus. So you can't put out the right frequency anymore. You can't connect to the source. So yeah, your pineal gland's screwed. Your hippocampus is shrinking. You're radiating it. Remember, folks, this is the same radiation as chemotherapy. So you got a low dose chemotherapy 7 days a week, and you put it in your ear. And even the FCC says you can't touch your body with anything, because it's too close. Because now your body's basically an antenna. So even you hold your phone, it still breaks the safety guidelines because you can't touch it. It's supposed to be like a half inch away on the test. When they did the non-biological study on a mannequin, they put it far away from your ear. So when you're holding your phone, go, look, I'm holding my phone. I got it on speaker. I'm safe, right? No, you're demented. You can't even think straight because it's not safe because you're holding on to the phone. And there hasn't been any safety studies yet. So yeah, that's where we're at. They're in the delusion.
How about AirPods? Yeah. Well, the problem with those is that they're not very, very powerful, but you stick them right into your ear. So the dose that you get from such devices is very hard to measure for a couple of reasons. Since they are low power, they get an exemption when they're approved. So you're not obligated to investigate how they irradiate your tissues. And making measurements inside your ear while you're using the AirPod is even more difficult than assessing the radiation from a cell phone. For a cell phone, you know how they do it generally. They use a mixture of water, salt, and sugar that they sort of stir together, and they put the cell phone above this solution, and they determine how much it heats up the solution. This is very, very crude and simple. At least it's something. In the case of an AirPod, it's very hard to know. There is no requirement to specify it. So we're being more and more inundated with these devices that are assumed on the basis of a bunch of monkeys and rats for 40 to 60 minutes to have no effect on you for your lifetime. How nice is that?